Mo, congratulations, another win. Was today all about patience?
Yeah, it was a tough game. They had a good game plan. It worked well first half for them, but I'm glad that we managed to come back in the second half and win the game.
What was the conversation in the dressing room at half-time?
A bit of frustration. The manager was going, his head was like going for us, but it's something you need some time because I think first half the game was sloppy and we just were slow and just taking our time. Then last minute they managed to win the game, but we now more experienced. We can manage that situation, and I'm glad that we did.
Is that the kind of performance that champions are made of?
Yeah, because I don't think we played good today. I don't think, maybe second half we played a little bit, but first half we didn't play good at all. But that's, if you want to win the Champions League or the Premier League, you have to win that kind of games.
2 more goals for you. You're now joint 5th on the all-time Premier League scoring record with Sergio Aguero. Did you know that?
No, I knew about the record, but I didn't think about it while I was playing. But yeah, I know about the record. Yeah, it's a good record to be equalizing. Sergio is a great player. He was a legend here for the league, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm happy about the win as well.
And a goal for Nunez. He's put a goal drought behind him. How important is that?
Very important. He's a very important player for us. I'm always there talking to him because his head sometimes gone, but he's very important. We need him, and you saw him also last game against PSG. He was very important when he came in to make a difference. So yeah, good for him.
Big week ahead. You ready?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well done today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You kind of almost run out of ways of describing Mo Salah, don't you? I mean, 2 special milestones for club and for the Premier League all-time goal scorers list. He's unstoppable at the minute. The older he gets, it's almost he's getting sharper and better.
He really is. I mean, he's just his numbers are incredible. The consistency of the man since he's come to the Premier League, done brilliantly by doing not a lot. But one thing he has done very, very well is got that man who's out of contract at the end of the season very, very happy at the club. Because I remember the back end of last season when he had that stand-up row at the Olympic Stadium with Jurgen Klopp. I thought it was the beginning of the end for Mo Salah. Thankfully for Liverpool fans and for their players, that he is fully part of their squad.
Yeah.
And he is pushing them in the right direction, and maybe they can win multiple trophies this season.
And he's got all the cards right now, hasn't he, when it comes to negotiations on this new deal, which it almost feels absurd that we're still talking about it with, just 10 or under games left of this season?
He's certainly, based on his performances, which is difficult to do, he's certainly managed to get a number of cards. I think, just adding to what Tim says, what's helped him this year a lot is the fact that there's a number of players there at Liverpool who have stepped up to another level. I think McAllister looks a different player this year. Gavin Birch, who we didn't see much of before, he's been huge for them this season. Players able to bring off the bench, speak about Endo, he barely plays. Most players can't do that. He's made a contribution. There's just so many players who have stepped up. And I think that helps the likes of Mo Salah. They dominate possession, they create opportunities, they get him the ball, and he's hugely talented, and that's when he thrives.
Well, let's look back at how Liverpool managed to come away with all 3 points. They came from behind in the second half. Now, before we see Darwin Núñez's goal that made it 1-1, I've got to ask you the question, should he have been on the pitch at that point after what we saw at the end of the first half with this challenge on Kyle Walker-Peters? Should it have been more than a yellow, Tim?
No, not for me. I think it's a yellow card. I think it's petulant. We don't like to see it. Players get very annoyed with them sort of tackles. But I think Mo said there, sometimes he loses his head and he has to talk to him. But sometimes they can let your team down. If you're not playing Southampton today, you could have let your side down there. But they've managed to calm him down at half-time. The manager's made the call. He must have thought, do I bring him off? Because we're 1-0 down and we go down to 10 men, it could be a problem for us. But he managed to keep him on the field. And to be fair to the lad, he stepped up and he scores the equaliser, and then he gets the penalty for Mo to put him ahead. So you have to give him credit, but I think it's really good for Arne Slot to say to him, there's a warning there. That's petulant. You can't be like that. You can get away with it playing the team at the bottom of the league, but you don't get away with it you're playing midweek against PSG.
No.
Or you're playing the cup final against Newcastle next week and beyond. There's big trophies here to push for. So you don't need petulance within your squad.
I think the tackle's borderline. I think we've seen those in the past. He's just kicked him. I think it's one of those ones that people sometimes call an orange. You can't just kick people. He's not gone for the ball.
Yeah, but Liverpool's response was impressive in that second half, and it was Darwin Núñez with a fine finish, actually, wasn't it? Because all eyes on him, and the expectations were high, considering who they were playing this afternoon.
Yeah, and I think it's a really nice finish. He just gets right across the front there last minute. He's a powerful runner, so he really holds his run. He does well not to be too eager because he knows that front post is where he needs to finish, but he needs to arrive as the ball arrives. And it's very easy to get drawn to the ball and move sooner. You see he's just very, very patient, and then at the very last second, see defenders there caught watching the ball. He just gets across the face, and it's a lovely little punch past the goalkeeper. Ramsdale, no chance. Really nice finish.
Good finish. Diaz does brilliantly. The pace is all on the ball. All he's got to do is get ahead of the defender, open up his side foot, and it goes in the bottom corner. Really, really good celebration from him. But then he shushes someone. He just can't help himself. I don't know what that was all about. But look, he's a cult hero there from coming off the bench and scoring big goals. They always have that at Liverpool.
2 minutes later, he won.
Yeah, he gets his. He's always a threat because he's a big size. You know, he stays in the width of the goal there, and he just gets his body ahead of Smallbone, and it's a rash challenge, and without doubt, it's a penalty in my opinion.
Yeah, definite penalty. Just unfortunately, Smallbone thinks he's just going to get there first. He's no idea that Núñez is just off his shoulder. Yes, penalty.
It's clever Núñez because he knows all he has to do is get himself in front of Smallbone, and when this man steps up now, you just never think he's going to miss. You know, Ramsdale would have fancied his chances, as he always does, of saving penalties, but when Mo Salah steps up, just don't know where it's going to go. What I have noticed about his penalties of late, they all go high.
Yeah.
I mean, if the goalkeeper goes the right way, it's in the roof of the net. You can't jump out unless you're Superman. You can't jump up and stay up there.
And that was milestone one with that first penalty. Outright third then for Liverpool's all-time goal scorers, 243, above Gordon Hodgson. And it got even better because he got another penalty, of course. 86 minutes on the clock, handball by Sugawara, and you can't really deny them that this was going to be a spot kick.
No, and he gets himself in a little bit of a pickle. He does well to track the run initially, and you see that he just slightly misjudges that bounce, and he panics because he thinks he's probably run by it, and he just swings. This is the best angle. You just see him brushes his elbow out towards it, and it's one of those really tough moments. The centre back, he knows that he's in trouble. He feels the pressure of, he's just right on his shoulder, and I find that tough to watch as a centre back because I've been there when you know you're in trouble, and unfortunately with VAR you can't get away with those anymore. Wednesday night was a really tough night for them. Watching that, they were really under pressure for large parts of the game, and they found a way to come away with a result. Now they take that result home. I think they'll now feel like they can relax after today and look forward to Tuesday, knowing that they're at home, knowing that they've got this momentum, this good feeling amongst the group.
Yeah. Were you surprised that Salah actually started today, considering what's on the line on Tuesday night?
No, because I think when you're a manager like Arne Slot, who has a good relationship with his players, I thought he would have asked Mo Salah if he wanted to play today. He would have loved to have rested him. Virgil van Dijk would have been exactly the same. He would have had that conversation, and Mo would have said, well, we're playing a team at the bottom of the league. No, I'm okay. Yeah. Thankfully, for all that Liverpool squad, they've all come through this game today unscathed.
Yeah, and 16 points clear at the top. How significant is that, albeit with the fact that Arsenal have got 2 games in hand?
I think it's very significant. I think what's even more significant, though, is the form that they're in. It's just so hard to, they literally feel like they have the best 11, they have the best squad, they have the best form. You just can't see in any way how they won't go on and win the league, certainly, and they're in a great position, for other competitions, and the fact that the Champions League will be the big one that they would also love to be champions of too. Well,
from one Scotland captain to another, because we can now hear from the Liverpool dressing room. Andy Robertson joins us now from Anfield. Andy, very well done today. Huge win. It's another box ticked, I suppose, towards the title. The unbeaten run keeps on going. You had to do it the hard way, though, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy afternoon. I think first half, I thought we started the game well, first 5-10 minutes, but then I thought we gave them the confidence. They started building into the game, gave them a few corners, gave them a goal that shouldn't really happen, and then we've got an uphill battle from there. But I thought the lads were excellent second half. I thought we showed the reaction, we brought the energy, and luckily we got the 3 points in the end.
What was it at half time? Because it felt like it was a pretty sluggish first half from Liverpool.
couldn't tell you I was running about the pitch trying to get warm. So I missed the half-time team talk, but I think the manager's message to me, Maka and Harvey, was to bring it. It was along the lines of, there was nowhere near enough energy, nowhere near enough, in our press or on the ball. We were too slow, and we had to up it. And I think all the lads did that second half. I think we helped obviously do that, but I think everyone else reacted as well. And I thought second half was a lot more like us.
And it's 16 points clear at the top of the table, albeit the fact that Arsenal got 2 games in hand. I have to ask you, is that one finger on the title?
You can say that. I've been in title races before that, I've not ended up with the trophy and things like that. So we've came through a really intense period of time. It's been really tough, probably since January through to now, and that's us done in the league now, which is, obviously we don't play into the league until another probably 3.5 weeks now, so we can kind of forget about the league a little bit just now, and obviously we've got a massive game Tuesday and then cup final on Sunday. But look, we're in a fantastic position, we can't deny that. We've put ourselves there, we've kept working hard, we've kept picking up points when it matters most, and we have to keep doing that, because what have we got? We've got 9 games left, 8 games left, and we have to keep pushing, and we have to play better than we did in the first half, that's for sure, to keep picking up the points, and hopefully by the end of May we can have our hands on the trophy.
Yeah, as you said, it's the start of a huge week for the football club. Well done today, and good luck with the next few days, Andy.
Thank you very much. Thank you.